Good morning and welcome to Kansas City Stars Hockey and today's Mid-America High School Hockey League game between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Knights. Good morning, everyone. My name is Rob Plamondon. Well, the Kansas City Stars come into today's game with a 3-game winning streak, having beaten the Kansas City Knights on Friday evening by a score of 4-1, so they hope to bring some of that momentum here into this game against the defending champs, the Kansas City Knights, who come into today's game with a record of, I believe they're 5-2. Not all their games are in the league website, but they played 7 games, and I believe they're 5-2, so they're making a good case to defend their league title from a year ago. This will be an important game for the Stars going into the Thanksgiving weekend break, and Stars have really played really good hockey the last 3 games, sweeping Wichita down in Wichita last weekend, the game against the Saints on Friday, and games that I thought the Stars played complete games, not taking a half a period off, playing really disciplined hockey, not letting the other team get under their skin, and just playing good solid hockey, passing the puck well, staying in position, moving the puck well, getting back on defense, avoiding too many turnovers, especially in the D zone. So they're going to have to do that today. This will likely be a very physical game, so expect some hitting. And the Stars, if they can stay disciplined, they can keep doing what they're doing, we'll have a good chance to win here. We'll be back in a moment with the starting lineups and the opening face-off. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. And now for today's starting lineups, I'll turn it over to the one, the only, the incomparable James Taylor on the public address.
Welcome to the Kansas City Ice Center for today's Mid-America High School Hockey League varsity matchup between the visiting Kansas City Knights and your Kansas City Stars. Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the Knights, number 14, Peterson Sander. Number 10, Evan Cone. Number 16, Hoyt Mack. Number 73, Brody Cunningham. Number 88, Brett Dunlap. And in goal, number 54, Weston Rousseau. Correction, goal 52, Trent Smith. And now, the starting lineup for your Kansas City Stars. At forward, number 9, James Taylor. At forward, number 81, Julius Spiker. At center, the man in the middle, number 27, Jackson Ray. On defense, number 28, Brody Jackson. And his defensive partner, number 91, Brody Hicks. And in goal, number 34, Tanner Brody. The Stars are coached by Hunter Milky and assisted by Tony Wayne. Blue Grass Rod, Matt Loretto.
Coming up on Puck Drop here at Kansas City Ice Center. It's been a beautiful weekend in Kansas City, a late November weekend, and seeing temperatures into the mid-upper 50s and even into the 60s. Some rare, absolutely beautiful sunny weather with no wind, perfect days to play golf if you're so inclined. However, this morning it's all about hockey. Stars are coached today by Mike Sobilski, as head coach Jim Blackowitz is out of town, and he's assisted on the bench by Tony Wayne and his daughter Ella Sobilski, who's back to take in today's game. Riggs in the face-off circle for the Stars. And it's up to Gorder off the face-off over to Spiker along the boards. He takes a bump there by Combe. Spiker throws it right out in front. Smith paddles that away. Banked off the boards. Kept in there, and now it comes back out of the zone, but the Knights come away with it. Knights wearing their black sweaters, black breezers, and coming with some solid red socks. Along the boards, a hit there. Draw some applause from the Stars fan. The Stars get it out ahead to Riggs. Riggs giving chase in the corner. Backhanded out front for Spiker. Spiker tried to play it back, but it was intercepted nicely by the Knights and back the other way. From the Knights. Hard to see the numbers. They have black numbers with thin gray trim. Sometimes hard to pick out. Number 14 that was picked up there by Hicks along the boards. Spiker chips it off the boards up for... Now the puck along the board, banked off the boards. Grant not able to keep it in. He does keep it in, but the Knights will grab it there and bring it in. And Zwillingbird, he'll send it in around behind the net. Schutzler puts one of the Knights into the board, the puck behind the net. Schutzler comes away with it. Up the boards, Grant tried to get a stick on it. The puck ends up in the corner. Now Schutzler gives it up to Grant. Here's Grant with a cross-ice bat. Tried to get it. Sanders intercepted. And brought back in. It was intercepted by number 73, but one of the Knights was still in the zone, so we get a whistle for an offsides. It's been very difficult to see some of the numbers on the Knights jerseys and really difficult to read the names, so I'll do my best to call out the names. Sent around behind the net, comes up near side board. Reuter was in there, Sanders for the Stars. Puck still in the zone. Zwillingbird has it. Being harassed by Reuter, now the puck in the corner. Zwillingbird with it. Takes it behind the net, looking for a pass, still with it. Send it back to the point, but nobody there, and the puck goes all the way down the ice around behind the net. And they're going to call icing. Not sure why they call icing. The puck was sent around by the Knights, and now the officials are talking about it, and they're going to rightly bring the face-off to center rather than back into the Star zone. Little mishap there by the linesman, but face-off to center, controlled by the Knights back into their zone. Number 53 plays it up the boards. Schutzler stepped in front of that, tried to get it in. That hit some bodies. Now the puck played back into the Star zone. It'll be Reuter chasing after it with Zwillingbird on the forecheck. Reuter gets there first. Zwillingbird got a stick down, and a body on Reuter. The puck comes right out in front of the net. The Stars come away with it. Schutzler had it taken away by the Knights, and he has it knocked off his stick. The puck comes just outside the zone, played back in, and the Stars will get a chance to clear it. Here's Reuter, cross-ice pass. He takes a bump along the boards. Now sent in by the Stars. They'll make a change, and this one they will call. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up. We got a penalty coming up. This is going to go to the Knights. Well, the Stars are going to go on the power play. It's number 23 for roughing. Time of the penalty, 2:28 of the first period. And the Stars will go on the Fireball power play for the first time in this game. All Kansas City Stars power play brought to you by Fireball, the preferred cinnamon whiskey for all Kansas City Stars. Hockey parents, now here's a shot on goal from the point by Spiker. Smith makes the save. Face-off will be to the right of the Knights' goal. .73 with it. Spiker battling him. Now it comes back to the point. Played across to Gorder. Gorder gets it on the forehand, throws it toward the net. Tried to get a deflection. One of the Knights got their stick on it. Clearing attempts kept into the zone as it hit one of the Knights. Now they're able to get it out. Back at center's Riggs to Jensen. Up to Gorder, into the zone. Here's Gorder in the slot. Gets tied up by a couple of Knights. Threw it on goal. Almost misplayed by Smith, but he's able to steer it wide. Centering attempt, nobody there for the Stars, and the Knights will send it the length of the ice. Behind the net is Riggs, up to Jensen. Jensen tried to get it to Glendenning off his skate into the zone. The puck chipped ahead. Knights get it back to center, and Gorder will retreat back inside his own line. Falls as he plays it ahead. McCray tried to get it to Riggs over his stick. The puck along the boards. Jensen keeps it in at the point. Jensen with a shot that was blocked, comes back to Jensen. Another shot and a pad saved by Smith. Knights get it. Cleared, although it hit Jensen. Jensen in the corner with one of the Knights. Knight player comes away with it. I think that's Larson. Now the puck comes in front of the net. We got a whistle. We're going to have a penalty, a hooking call. Grace covered the puck, but we're going to have a penalty, and who's this going to be against? This is going to go against the Knights. And the Stars are going to have a 5-on-3 for 35 seconds. Time of this penalty, 3:53 of the first period. And this could be a big moment early in this game as the Stars, a 5-on-3. It'll be Larson going to the box for hooking. Not sure what the delay is. Players are on the ice, so the referee's still over at the scorer's table. They're waiting for the penalty to put up on the board. It was up there once, now it's back up there. And he's going to get an extra 2 minutes. Off the face-off. Shoots with it, plays it down low. So a 4-minute penalty to Larson. Hooking and then an unsportsmanlike. Right out front, here's a chance for the Stars, and shot wide by Grant. McCray plays it down low to Grant. Centering back to the high point. Schutzler plays it down low. Cross ice off a stick. Schutzler will keep it in. 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. I'll pick the penalty time here. Here's a shot by Schutzler. Walker save. Back to Schutzler at the high point. Down to the top of the circle. Swan over to McCray. McCray with a wrister and a save. Back here's a rebound and another save. The first penalty's over, so it's 5-on-4. Schutzler plays it down low. And now cleared out of the zone. Now we got a race for the puck. McCray gets around one of the players, but Goins had it. Here's number 71 with it. Lost it in the slot area. The Stars come away with it, almost overskated it. Ahead to Swan. Swan gets it up to Grant. Grant along the board, sends it around behind the net. Now the puck at the side of the goal, paddled away by Smith. Schimmel slips it behind the net. Swan with it there, looking for a pass through it right out in front. The puck Karen's back behind the net. Grant comes away with it, behind the net for Schimmel. Schimmel battling there with one of the Knights. Swan in to help out, and then the puck played around the boards, out of the zone. Now we got another race for the puck. 71's going to get there first for the Knights. Takes it behind the net, looking for some help, but McCray knocked the puck away. Now the puck comes out in the slot area. Here's a chance and a save by Brace. Puck along the boards, goes to the corner. Schutzler battling one of the Knights. Knights doing a good job. Taking off a lot of time off the penalty. Intercepted by Comey in the... Intercepted by Comey in the neutral ice. He brought it in off sides, and we'll have a face-off outside the zone. I'm going to get the penalty time fixed here. Should be 2:09 left in the penalty. There we go. Start still on the power play for another 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Off the face-off, puck along the boards is picked up by Gorder. He'll send it in around behind the net. The puck goes into the far side corner. Played back near side to number 73. He'll swing it around the boards. Gorder keeps it in. Sends it back into the corner. Banked off the boards. Gorder at the point. Came off the stick and out of the zone. The Stars will have to reset. Spiker with it. Spiker pass down to Gorder. Leaves it there for Riggs. Here's Riggs. Right-hand side. Tough angle shot. And he scores! Jackson Riggs on a shot that hit Smith. And it looked like deflected off the pad and into the net. And the Stars have taken a 1-0 lead with 8:45 to play in the opening period. A power play goal for Jackson Riggs. And the Stars get on the board first, taking advantage of the power play. They have the 1-0 lead. We'll see who gets the assist here when the goal's announced. Off the face-off, the Stars send it. It'll be Hicks with the assist. Brought in by number 7 here. The shot hit. Another shot that hit the side of the net. Brace made the save on the first one. Back to the point. Goings with it. Pitch shot right on, and that'll be snagged in the glove by Brace. But Brody Hicks gets the assist on the goal. And for Riggs, his second of the year. Face off to the right of the Stars goal. Off the face off, brought out there by Sanders, had a stick lifted, but able to chip it ahead. Grant had it momentarily off the board. Sanders rather. Schimmel gets it, tried to get it back to Sanders. Sanders comes away with it. It's got 3 Knights on him. Plays it to the corner. Sanders ties up one of the Knights in the corner. Knights fans wanted a hold. Might have got away with one there. Up the boards is Boschert. His shot, and that'll be gloved and held by Brace. I want to thank everybody who's watching live on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Thank you for joining the broadcast. And anyone who may be watching this game on the replay that we post on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Nice control of the face-off. Cunningham playing it around behind the net. Hicks tried to send it there. That hit a stick into the corner. Home with it. Hicks plays it up. Kept in by number 16. Had it knocked away, but Morton overskated it. Here's number 15. His pass was deflected back to the point. Number 14 with it along the boards. Being harassed there by Jensen. Still with the puck to the forehand. Back to the point. That's Cunningham with it. He banks it off the boards. 14 couldn't play it, and the Stars get it out of the zone. Cunningham will have to reset for the Knights. Plays it into the Stars zone. Jensen clears it back out, but the Knights bring it right back in. Good play by one of the Stars to knock the puck off the stick. Hicks up to Swan. Swan with a pass over to Glendenning up the right-hand side. Glendenning sends it in. Puck caroms off the boards. Paddled to the corner by Smith. Cunningham with it. Tried to play it around the boards. Kept in by Hicks at the point. He'll send it back around behind the net. Stars looking to make a couple of changes. This will be sent down the ice by the Knights. They're going to wave the icing off, so the Stars will play it. Gorder with it. Gorder avoids a couple of Knights. Tried to get it ahead, intercepted by Larson, who banks it off the glass back deep into the Stars' end. And he was behind the red line, so that'll be whistled for icing and a face-off back in the Knight zone. Riggs and Larson will square off in the face-off circle. Knights control it, but it's taken away by the Stars. Here's Riggs with a shot. Puck in the side, and they score! Riggs with a shot. Smith made the first save, and it was jammed in by Spiker, Truett Spiker from Riggs. And the Stars take a 2-0 lead with 6:18 to play in the first period. Number 3 on the year for Truett Spiker. Nice play to head off the face-off. It's Boscher. Takes a bump by Spiker. Still had the puck. Reuter knocked it away. Puck in the corner. Reuter tried to play it ahead. That hit one of the Knights, Smith. Boscher trying to dig it out. Back to Goins at the point. Backhanded toward the net. Deflects to the corner. Grabbed there by Zwillingbird. Into the slide area. Deflected off the Star stick into the corner. It looked like it was closer to the net. Now at the point. McClin, number 23 with a shot. And Brace saw that one all the way into the glove. I was talking to Coach Sobilski before the game, and one of the things we talked about was maintaining discipline. If things get rough, avoid retaliation. Don't let the Knights get under their skin and try to get a couple goals early in this game, and so far the Stars have done that. Number 16 with a shot that was blocked by Schutzler. Schutzler comes away with it, flips it off the glass, trying to get it to Sanders off his stick, back into the Knight zone. Clearing attempt, Schutzler not able to keep it in. Reuter has it there, waiting for his teammates to get on side, but he didn't wait long enough. And we'll have a whistle for an offsides. The faceoff will come outside the Knight zone. McClin back to the bottom of the circle, gets it out of the zone. Tillery takes it there. Tillery had to get it ahead for Sanders off his stick. Now sent back into the Star zone. Emily with a long pass too far for Schimmel. Taken there by number 14 for the Knights. Circles it out of the zone, carries it through center into the Star zone. Had it knocked off his stick. Nice play by Grant. Emily backhands it up out of the zone, hoists it up over everybody's head, and McClin will have to chase it down. Skates it out in front of his net. Long pass up for number 16. He takes a hit by Hillary. Puck pops up into the air. Sanders settles it down, gets it to Schimmel. He sends it into the Knight zone. Knights will bring it back out, up the right-hand side. Feathered into the Star zone. Emily will take the puck there. Carries it behind the net. Now plays it around for Tillery. Tillery up to Schimmel to Sanders. Sanders with a nice move around the defender, but lost the puck. Dunlap on the back check, able to take it there. Now here's a turnover inside the zone. The puck hit the side of the net. Bouncing puck still inside the zone. The Knights now able to get it back to center. A good play by Tillery to disrupt play, and the Stars will send it back in, and they'll whistle that for an icing. Stars doing a good job of clogging up the middle and not letting the Knights get into the zone uncontested. Good play by Jackson Tillery with his active stick to knock the puck away. Faceoff will be to the right of the Stars' goal. 4:13 to play, opening period. Comes back to the slot area. Here's McRae up the left-hand side. McRae being harassed by Comey. Nice back check by Comey to not allow McRae to go in clean. Knights send it back, picked up by Jensen. Banks it off the boards for Glendenning. Glendenning had to play it into the slot area. It was off a skate. McRae was there. Glendenning tried to knock the puck away. McRae and one of the Knights go into the board. Glendenning in there to help out. A couple other Knights join the action in the corner. The Knights come away with it. Smith retreats back behind his net. Now plays it ahead for number 23. The pass came back to him. McRae doing a good job, but Smith comes away with it for the Knights. Smith with a shot, and that's deflected in on goal and held by Brace. Well, these two teams played 2 weeks ago, and the Knights won at 5-1 in a game that they pretty much controlled the whole way. Gorder has it to Riggs. Riggs will skate it into the zone. He's got Spiker cutting toward the net. Had the puck knocked off his stick at the top of the circle. Knights able to get it back out of the zone. Schutzler stepped in front of that. Bouncing puck. Schutzler comes away with it. Now plays it back to Jensen. Jensen's pass hit the pad of Banks. Hoists it up in the air. Jensen gloves it down, sends it back into the zone. The Stars were offside. Now they get back on. Meanwhile, McClin will carry it into the Star zone. Sends it into the corner. Schutzler comes away with it for the Stars. He'll skate it ahead out of the zone. Got Gorder up the right-hand side. Schutzler into the zone, but Gorder was in a step too early. I mentioned the game that these two teams played 2 weeks ago. The Stars getting beat pretty handily, 5-1, in a game that really was controlled by the Knights the whole way. But the Stars were also without 3 players, as Tillery, Glendenning, and Reuter were all out of the lineup. So Stars were a little bit short-handed in that game. In this game, they've got their full roster. Now off the left-hand side. A big hit by Reuter to knock the puck away. Banks in there to help out. Banks knocks Reuter down. Sanders comes away with it for the Stars. Cross-ice pass. Now we got a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty back behind the play, and this is going to go against the Stars. And maybe just some excessive bumping and shoving behind the play. It's going to be Carson Reuter going to the box at the 12:36 mark of the first period, and the Knights will get their first power play opportunity. Off the face-off is controlled by the Knights. Combe with it. Roughing's the call on Reuter. Here's a shot that's lifted off the glass. The puck comes back to the point. Zwillingenberg keeps it in, banks it off the boards for Banks. Into the slide area. Combe with a shot. Pad saved by Brace. Centering attempt denied by the Stars. Puck to the corner. Here's Smith with it. Wraps around. And a great save by Brace. Banks gets it back. Or rather, Smith in the corner takes a hit there by Tillery. Tillery plays it ahead to Schimmel. Schimmel out of the zone. Will skate it ahead. Schimmel up the right-hand side. Tried to get it across to Sanders. The puck bounced off his stick. In the corner, Sanders with it. Sanders doing a great job on the forecheck. Taking time off the penalty. Still battling down there in the corner with the Knights. Puck behind the net. Now the Knights will carry it out of the zone. Ahead it's Cunningham up the left wing side. Cunningham back to Zwillingenberg. Zwillingenberg sends it behind the net. Cunningham picks it up there for the Knights up the boards near side for Combe near the point. Combe skates it across the blue line. Now back to the forehand. Sends it toward the net. And that's gloved and held by Tanner Brace. 1:04 to play in the opening period. 40 seconds left on the Knights power play. Nice control of the face-off. Prater with it. Shot along the ice. That's blocked in the slot. Backhanded. Stick save. Puck to the corner. Back to the point. Here's a blast along the ice. That was blocked out in front. Puck caroms to the corner. Back to the right point. Sent down low to Dunlop. Dunlop centering pass. That hit a skate. Here's a chance for the Knights. The puck bouncing to the side of the goal. And now it's tied up at the side of the net. The Brace puts the glove down to cover it up. We get some pleasantries exchanged behind the net, but nothing will come of that. We're down to 40 and 4/10 seconds, 16 seconds remaining on the power play. Face-off will be to the left. The left of the Stars goal. Off the face-off, the puck behind the net to the near side corner. Comes back to the point, Combe with it. Sends it down to Smith. Smith with a shot, had a screen there. The puck deflects to the corner. Didn't get through. Back to the point. Shot was blocked. Stars not able to clear it. The penalty's over, so the Stars back at full strength. Swan had it knocked off his stick. Here's a chance from the top of the circle. Back to the point. Nobody was there, but Combe chases it down before it clears the zone. Oh, Smith tried to put a check, but took the losing end of that argument. Flick to the corner. Stars still not able to clear it. Final seconds ticking off the clock here. The buzzer will sound, and that'll end the first period. And our score at the end of one, the Kansas City Stars 2, the Kansas City Knights nothing. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second period. You're watching Kansas City Stars high school hockey. About to start the second period of play. It's Mid-America High School Hockey League of varsity action between the Kansas City Stars and the Kansas City Knights. Stars with the 2-0 lead. Goals by Jackson Riggs and Truett Spiker. Riggs goal on a power play. Shots on goal in that first period. 10 shots apiece. Stars had more of their shots, I think, in the opening half of the period. The Knights evened it up toward the end as they had a power play late in that first period and had a couple of good scoring chances. So far, Tanner Brace turning aside all 10 of the Knights shots. Be sure to watch the Kansas City Stars High School Hockey Podcast. New episodes every week on the Kansas City Stars YouTube channel. Off the face-off is Zwillingberg. Sends it into the Stars zone. Deflected by the Stars, so no icing. Schutzler banks it off the glass. That hit McCray. Kept in the zone by Zwillingberg. Tried to get it across. Stars blocked that, but it comes back to Zwillingberg. Sent along the ice. Save made. Brace had the stick knocked out of his hand. Brace right now with no stick. Puck behind the net. Stars trying to get it out of the zone. Now they will. Reuter plays it up the boards. Reuter sends it in, but taken away by Cunningham. Taking it right in front of his own net. Sends it out of the zone, but Brace was trying to find the stick. Glendenning with a steal right. Centered it out in front. Reuter with the puck. Reuter sends it in. That hit a skate. Zwillingberg picks it up there for the Knights. Takes it behind the net. Plays it ahead. It's going to be kept in by Schutzler. Schutzler plays it across. Tried to get it to Morton, who was in front of the net. The pass off the mark. And the Knights will come back the other way up the left wing side. Here's Cunningham with it. Cunningham circles around, waiting for a pass. Tried to get it back to Larson, but the pass was off his leg and out of the zone. And he almost fanned on the pass. Now it's intercepted by the Stars at center, but they give it right back to the Knights. Almost a good play by Reuter. But Fortner will bring it into the zone up the right wing side. Fortner cuts back toward the center. Lost the puck. Got it back. Here's a chance. Now we got a whistle, as it looks like the net got knocked loose. A little scary moment there a minute ago when Tanner Brace had the stick knocked out of his hand. They tried to get it back to him. It got knocked to the corner, so he had no way to retrieve it. And even when the puck was cleared out of the zone, there were two sticks. There was a player stick in one corner, another stick, and Brace took a little bit of time to figure out where his stick was. Off the board, Spiker lost it there. Back to McClin. McClin circles it along the boards, plays it ahead, tried to get it to number 14, Dunlop in the corner. Throw it right out in front. Nobody there. The puck went all the way through off the boards. In the corner, picked up there by the Knights. Centered pass, deflected. Now the puck behind the net. Number 14 threw it through the slide area. The puck's going to come out of the zone, and the Knights will have to reset. Banked off the boards too far for Prather. And that'll go in down the ice for an icing call. Puck will come back for a face-off to the right of Knights goalie Smith. Face-off to the corner. Spiker had it knocked off his stick. Backhanded down there by Riggs. Spiker comes away with it. Threw it right out in front, but McCray couldn't get a stick on it. Stars still control it. Puck's played out of the zone now. Knights come away with it. Pass over to Dunlop. Dunlop at the right wing side. Threw it to the front of the net. Paddled away by Brace to the corner. McCray backhands it up. Kept in by the Knights. Stars still not able to clear it. Good poke check by McCray, and the Stars finally do get it out of the zone. Backhanded up off the stick of Prather. McClin plays it across for Cunningham. Cunningham to the backhand, spins it into the Stars zone around behind the net. Tillery gets there for the Stars. Tillery gets knocked down from behind. Knights come away with it. Fortner. Pass over to the net, the circle right out in front, but the Stars clear it out of danger, and back the other way comes Riggs. He gets sandwiched off the puck. But Spiker there for the Stars. Emily almost lost it, backhanded up. The puck's still in the zone right in front of the Knights bench, right along the blue line. Stars not able to clear it. There's a chance for number 23. Now the Stars will fire it down. That hit one of the Knights, so they're going to wave off the icing, and Comey will have to play it. Comey banks it off the boards, out to center, picked up there by Zwillingberg, taps it to Smith. Smith with a shot, and that kind of tied up Brace. It was off the glove. Now we got a whistle. shot kind of handcuffed Brace. He made the save, but I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Knights fans surely aren't pleased with it either. Face off to the right of the Stars goal. I guess it was an inadvertent whistle, as Brace clearly did not control the puck. Off the board to try to get it to Grant. Grant comes back to get it. Over to Schimmel off his stick. But Sanders was in the zone a step early. .11:07 to play, second period. Stars with a 2-0 lead. Off the face off the puck just inside the middle. Now it comes out the center of the Stars. Send it back in. Around behind the net comes near side corner. Comey plays it up the board. Schimmel pinching in, sends it back. Battle for it in the corner. Smith for the Knights. Smith had it knocked away. Schimmel tried to bring it to the front of the net. Grant comes away with it for the Stars. Grant, tough angle shot. We got a penalty coming up, and the Stars are going to go on a power play. It's going to be a high sticking call against Cunningham. Time of this penalty, 4:20 of the second period. The Stars go back on the Fireball power play. And looks like we're going to have something else going on here. The referee is sending Smith to the locker room. So I'm not sure what transpired. It looks like the referee just not putting up with anything today. Smith was sent to the locker room. The high sticking call was against Cunningham. At least that's who went into the box first. Referee's over at the scorer's table. So Smith, looks like we're going to have two penalties. They have two penalties up on the board right now. A 2-minute minor to Smith, a 2-minute minor to Cunningham. Smith was sent to the locker room. The referee wasted no time in sending Smith to the locker room, so I'll wait for the announcement here, but right now it appears the Stars may have a 5-on-3.
Number 7, 2 minutes for high sticking, additional during misconduct.
So Smith for high sticking and a game misconduct. I'm not sure what the penalty was to Cunningham. They're sending number 20 in the box. He'll serve the Smith minor. But Cunningham also in the box. They didn't announce what his penalty was. So a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes, and off the face-off, it's controlled by Jensen. Down low to McRae, right out front. Here's a shot, and the puck held by Smith. It got under the pad. It was right along the goal line. A couple of the fans thought it might have been in. But Smith clearly had it covered up. Now they still haven't announced the Smith penalty, so I'm not exactly sure what that was. With the high sticking to Smith, or the Cunningham penalty. Here's a shot that's right on, and that'll be gobbled up by Smith. Off the face-off, Sanders with it at the point. Sanders plays it across to Jensen. His shot was blocked, and the Knights will clear it. Brace comes out of the net. Wisely leaves it for Sanders. Here's a pass up to McRae. McRae into the zone. McRae with a shot, and a save made by Smith. McRae gets the rebound, tries to throw it right out front. Comes back to McRae. Centering pass back to the point. Shot there by Jensen, and the save made, and Smith will grab it out of the air and hang on to it. fix the clock here. 1:10 left on the 5-on-3. Off the face-off, Spiker able to keep it from clearing the zone. With a one-timer, that was deflected, and a nice save by Smith. Gorder with it along the boards, looking for a pass. Try to get it out in front, deflected away, and clearing attempt held in by Gorder, or Reuter rather. Gorder played it out, and the Knights will clear the zone. Back down the ice, Riggs back to get it for the Stars. 45 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Cross ice pass to Riggs up the right wing side into the zone, sends it around behind the net. Spiker will get there for the Stars. Spiker avoids one defender. Spiker with a nice move. Spiker to the forehand. Spiker with a backhander. Right out in front. I'm not sure how he didn't get it in. He must have lost it. And the Knights get it back out to center. The Stars will have to reset. Penalty time winding down. Stars send it in. This will go in on net. And Smith will put the glove down and cover it up. Oh, a great opportunity there for Truett Spiker, and it looked like he had beat the goalie, but the puck rolled off his stick, or he just didn't get much on it. I think you got to watch here when the momentum could easily shift to the Knights here if they kill this 5-on-3. Here's Spiker with a shot, deflects into the glove of Smith. The Knights have 4 skaters on the ice, and Stars bench quickly bringing that to the attention of the officials. Now 23 will skate off the ice. Riggs in the circle for the Stars, back to the point, over to Spiker. He had to take it off the backhand. Spiker with the puck. Penalties are over. Now the Knights back at full strength. Here's Riggs with it. Top of the circle. Tough angle shot to hit the post. Comes back to Gorder. Down low to Hicks. Had it taken away by Comey. Banked off the boards. Spiker not able to keep it in. Prather and Spiker battling for it right in front of us here. Now the puck comes out. The Stars have it. Riggs with it. Burst of speed. Riggs tried to get it right out in front. Backhanded toward the net. It was blocked by the Knights, and then they come out 2-on-2. Good poke check by the Stars. That was Reuter, but the Knights come back with it. Here's a pass over to number 14. His shot. Prather lifted it over the net and off the glass. Here's a shot that's paddled to the corner by Brace. Right out in front. Another shot that's lifted over the net. And as I thought, you kill a 5-on-3 and the momentum quickly turns the other way. Stars not able to convert that long 5-on-3, but here's Riggs up the left-hand side. Riggs tried to play it ahead, overskated it. Gorder picks it up. Got Reuter cutting the front of that. Gorder with a shot, and that'll be gloved and held by Smith. Face off to the right of the Knights goal. Off the face-off goes behind the net. Cunningham up the boards. Tillery pinching in for the Stars. Tillery being poked there by one of the Knights. Morton in the corner. Puck comes up to Tillery. Tillery's all over the place. Ahead to Fortner. Fortner, left wing side. Played it ahead. Emily stepped in front of that pass. Plays it ahead. It's going to be played out of the zone by the Stars. We got a penalty coming up. And this is going to go against the Knights. Behind the play, it's going to be a roughing call, and the Stars are going to go right back on the power play. It's going to be against Matthew Fortner. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be against number 77. Time of the penalty, 7:49 of the second period. This happened behind the play, so I heard the hit, but I didn't see it. So the Stars back on The fireball power play for another 2 minutes. Back to Sanders. Sanders backhands it toward the net. Cleared away there by the Knights. Puck still in the zone along the boards. Sanders with it. Sanders down low for Grant. Grant looking for a pass. Back to Sanders at the point. Plays it down to Grant. Grant throws it toward the net. Pad save. Puck come right out in front. And the Knights get it and send it the length of the ice. Sanders has it there, number 71 on the forecheck. Sanders gets around him, able to play it ahead, but this is going to be Schimmel, who tagged up just in time. Keeps it in the zone. Schimmel to the corner. Got Grant in front of the net. Schimmel plays it down low. Grant to the corner. Out of the forehand. Schimmel gets knocked down. We got another penalty coming up against Knight. Here's a shot along the ice, and that'll be gloved and covered up by Smith. And we're going to have another penalty, and this is going to be Cunningham going back to the box. This penalty comes at 8:41, cross-checking the call. And for the third time in this game, the Stars will have a 5-on-3 power play. So Cunningham will be in the penalty box for the second time in this period. Referees over at the Knights bench talking with their head coach. Giving an explanation. I'm sure the Knights head coach will not agree with it, but that's what coaches do. Now the conversation's over. Face-off will be to the left of Smith. 1:07 of 5-on-3. Back to the point, and Jensen not able to keep it in the zone. The Stars will have to reset over to Spiker. Spiker had it taken away by Comey on the forecheck. He'll take it behind the net. There's 3 Stars on him, still with a puck. Chewing up valuable Stars power play time. A good job by Comey on the forecheck. Still back there battling with the Stars. Riggs not able to get away. Spiker finally digs it away for the Stars. But Comey took up about 20 seconds of that power play on a very, very good forecheck. Stars not able to clear it. The puck comes back to Comey. He flips it out of the zone. And the Stars need to reset. A 5-on-3 power play, and the Stars haven't been able to establish the offensive zone. Now they do. Spiker with it. Spiker. Centering pass off the stick of Hicks. Hicks back to the point to Jensen. Jensen down to Hicks. Deflected toward the net. Off the paddle. Puck bounced in the air. Hicks comes away with it. Hicks skates it out back to Spiker. Spiker to Hicks. Across to Jensen. Jensen with a shot right on, and that'll be gobbled up and held by Smith. Well, 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3, but the Stars will have another 52 seconds of 5-on-4 once that first penalty expires. 5:13 to play in the second period. Off the face-off, it's played to the corner. Clearing attempt kept in by McRae. Threw it to the front of there. Bouncing puck behind the goal. Grant with it. Back to Sanders at the point. Lays it across the Reuter. Reuter sends it toward that. That was deflected wide. Smith might have got a piece of that. Back to Sanders. Sanders down low. It's 5-on-4 as the first penalty's expired. Grant with it. Grant looking for a shot. Sends it toward the net. Pad save. Puck at the side of the net. Still loose. Battle for it out in front. Kicked away. Sanders will keep it in around behind the net. Centering attempt is going to be grabbed there by the Knights and sent out of the zone with 15 seconds left on the penalty. Behind the net, Reuter with it. Reuter plays it around for Sanders. Sanders. Long pass up to McRae off his stick. Now we had a stick that went flying. We got a penalty coming up that's going to go against the Stars. As one of the Knights players had their stick knocked out of their hand. It's going to be an interference call. And the Knights will go on the power play with 4:15 to play in the period. Knights penalties have all expired, so they're back at full strength. And Ashton Schimmel will go to the penalty box, 2 minutes for interference. at the 10:45 mark of the second period. Off the face-off, Willingberg back to Combe. He'll send it toward the net. Brace made the save. Puck came right on front. They score. Now, that didn't take very long for the Knights to take advantage of the power play. If they get on the board with 4:09 to play in the second period. So we got the goal. It looks like it'll be number 16. Banks with the goal. Number 14 getting the assist. That's sent through the crease. And chipped ahead. It's taken there by number 16 who just got the goal. He's got the puck along the blue line. Taken away by Gorder. Here's Gorder in all alone. Gorder. Give it over. He scored! Jimmy Gorder! Took the puck away at the blue line, went in all alone. And he beats Smith to give the Stars a 3-1 lead. Number 7 on the air for Gorder. He took the puck away from the defenseman at the blue line, went in all alone, wristed it past Smith on the stick side. And the Stars answer the Knights just 24 seconds after the Knights had cut the lead to 1. Sent in, Larson will chase it down there with Emily there. He falls to his knees. Riggs picks up the puck for the Stars. Carries it around a couple of defenders. Now loses the puck. Here's a turnover in the zone. That's looks like, who is it? Dunlop behind the net. Lost it there. There's a battle for the puck in the corner. Riggs takes a Knight into the boards. Now Stick's getting high. And this game has a chance to get pretty chippy here in the last period and change. Knights play it ahead. Larson there. Fortner was in on the play. But the Stars come back the other way. Here's Swan with Spiker. Swan falls down as he carries it into the zone. Puck still in the zone. Spiker grabs it there, sends it around behind the net. Ahead to Fortner off his stick. And that'll go to the length of the ice. Won't go far enough for an icing, so Spiker will have to play it around the boards for Glendenning. Glendenning, his pass was off a stick, and the puck pops up and ends up in the penalty box. The face-off outside the zone. Now Brody Hicks is now they're going to bring the face-off in the Star zone. Hicks was talking to the linesman. Looked like they were going to line it up outside the zone. Now they move it to the right of the Stars goal. Off the face-off, Comey sends it toward the net. That was blocked. Puck along the boards. Glendenning is stumbling. Now he falls down as he tried to clear it. Puck's still there. Sent around front of the net. Hicks carries it behind the goal. Plays it up the boards. Kept in there by number 71 for the Knights. It's loose in the slot area. Backhanded back behind the net. Jensen for the Stars. Intercepted by 71. He couldn't control it. Puck squirts to the corner. Played around behind the net up the near side board. Comey pinching in. Sends it back around behind the net. The puck comes to the near side corner. 32 for the Knights. Plays it back. Morton along the boards, able to chip it to back to the blue line, but kept in. Hicks has it there. Hicks gets it down the length of the ice, and that'll be an icing call against the Stars. The puck face-off will come back into the Stars zone. We have 1:46 to play, second period. Ruder tried to clear. That's kept in the zone. Here's a chance for Zwillingberg, but he fanned on the shot. Gets it backhanded it, cleared away by the Stars. Another centering attempt. Shot by Prather, he scores. Stars not able to clear it. And Prather sends it to the back of the net. And that'll cut the Stars' lead to 3-2 with 1:34 to play in the second period. Cut in half. So Zwillingberg gets the assist, and number 23 also with an assist on the goal. Now the puck at the side of the Stars net. Prather has it ahead to Zwillingberg up the left-hand side, off a stick there. Played into the zone. Sanders, who just scored the goal to Grant, or Prather rather. Back to Comey. He'll send one toward the net, and that'll be swallowed up by Brace. Stars had trouble getting the puck out of the zone. He eventually turned it over, and that cost him there as Prather beat Brace to cut the Stars' lead to 3-2. There's Riggs with it, getting it over. The Stars have a 3-on-2. They can get it up to Riggs. He would have been in. Here's a chance for Riggs. Riggs with a shot! And a fine glove save by Smith. As Riggs was in, tried to take it high to the glove side, but a good save by Riggs, or by Smith rather. .58 2/10 to play in the second period. Riggs and Sanders in the circle is controlled by the Stars. Here's a shot off the face-off. Pad saved by Smith. Spiker cycles it down to Riggs. Riggs to the forehand. Still in the corner. Back to Tillery at the point. Tillery sends it toward the net. That was blocked. Deflected. It was Dunlop who stepped in front of that. Lucky it didn't turn into a breakaway for the Stars. Tillery behind the net. Tillery gets bumped there. And the sticks get high. Here's a chance for the Knights. The puck squirts off a stick. Tillery comes away with it and sends it going to the ice, and that'll be whistled for icing. Well, we got something going on here at the bench. The Knights coaches yelling about something. I'm not sure if they're talking to their players or talking to the referee, but I don't see the referee engaging with them, so it must be the coach talking to his own player. 24 9/10 seconds to play in the period. Nice control of the face-off back to the point. There's Cunningham with it. Cunningham along the boards. Backhanded right out in front. Cleared away by Tillery. Border picks up the puck, banks it off the boards, and this will go the length of the ice, and that'll be another icing call against the Stars. With 10 2/10 to play in the second period. Off the face out to the corner. Tillery tied up there by Prather. Knights come away with it. Here's a tough angle shot. Rebound right out in front. The puck loose. The Stars able to clear it as the buzzer sounds. That'll end the second period. And our score at the end of 2, it's the Kansas City Stars 3, the Kansas City Knights 2. We'll take a break for the intermission. We'll be back with the third period. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Teams returning to the ice as we get ready to start the third period of play. Before I do, I want to call out that today's broadcast is brought to you by Clarkson Construction, a Midwest leader in delivering innovative solutions for some of the region's largest infrastructure projects. By Global Earthworks and Underground, more than 12 years of mission-critical experience providing expert site utilities, mass excavation, and paving services. And by Crown Realty, family-owned and operated since 1973, the oldest and largest independent real estate firm in the area. We want to thank our sponsors for their support of Kansas City Stars hockey. As the teams get ready for the third period of play, the Stars have a 3-2 lead. Stars with 2 goals in the first period. Jackson Riggs picking up his second. Truett Spiker with his third of the year. The Knights cut it to 2-1 as Sanders picked up a goal with 4:09 to play, but Jimmy Reuter just moments later turning the puck over at the blue line, taking it in on a breakaway, beats Smith to make it 3-1. With the Knights late in the period with a goal by Prather, assisted by Zwillingberg, and by number 23 for the 3-2 score. The Stars had some great opportunities there with 2 5-on-3, including 1 for 2 minutes, and not able to convert on either one of those. And I think some of the momentum might have turned back toward the Knights. Shots on goal in that period for the Stars 14, 2-period total of 24, and for the Knights 7, they have a 2-period total of 17. No carryover penalties. Teams will start the third period 5-on-5. Prather and Riggs in the circle were underway. Faceoff comes all the way back into the Stars zone. Jensen plays it far side for Spiker. Bounce off his stick. Taken there by the Knights. Here's a chance for the Knights. Puck deflected. Pad save made by Brace along the corner back to the point. Cunningham with it there. Cunningham banks it off the boards. Puck comes around to the left point. Comey sends it back behind the net. Puck goes far side. Cunningham pinching in, takes a hit by Hicks. Players digging at it. Spiker able to clear it out of the zone, and the Knights will have to regroup as Comey chases it down and skates it behind his own net. Now sets up there just momentarily. Pass up to number 23 to Prather. Prather had to reach back to get it, lost control of it. Stars able to send it back, try to get it to Grant. One of the Knights, Zwillingberg, fanned on his attempt. He'll head to the bench. Prather with it. Back at his own blue line. Backhands it up. Comey there. Sanders took it away. Sends it back in, but onto the stick of Cunningham, who plays it off the boards. Into the zone. Here's Prather with it. Prather had it poked off his stick. Loose puck out in the slot area. Swatted to the corner. Hicks picks it up for the Stars and plays it around behind the net. It comes up near side. Centering attempt. That was knocked away by Schimmel. Schimmel digging at it. Schimmel comes away with it. Lost the puck. It's kept in at the blue line by Comey. Comey still with it. Had a couple of Stars on him. Now the Stars able to clear it. Grant not able to control it. The Knights come away with it. There's number 77 knocked off the puck. Picked up there by Dunlop. Dunlop behind the net and scores. A backhand shot, and I'm not sure how that got by Brace, but it did, and the Knights have tied it with 13:10 to play in the third period. It looked like a kind of a not a very hard shot, but a shot that must have squeaked in between the pad and the post. So Dunlop will get the goal. I didn't hear who got the assist. Here's a shot by Comey and a save by Brace. Stars get it out of the zone. They'll send it down. This is going to go in on net. And played behind the net. Now ahead, the Stars not able to keep it in. Here's a chance for the Knights. Sanders with it. Sanders with a shot. Rebound! And they score. Knights take the 4-3 lead with 12:43 to play in the third period. Sanders took the shot. Brace made the save. The rebound came out and was knocked in underneath the pad. And the Stars are going to call a timeout.
The next goal, number 88, Brett Dunlap. Assisted by 77, Lloyd Smith.
So Dunlap gets the goal. It was Smith getting the assist. So Dunlap and number 53. Not sure who that is. So 2 quick goals by the Knights here in the third period, and they've taken a 4-3 lead. I think a good timeout there by Coach Sabilski. Probably want to settle Tanner Brace on a little bit after those goals. And now Emily with it. Emily up to Spiker. Spiker tried to get around the defender. Riggs reached back for it. Spiker still has it. Spiker in the slot area off his stick. Back to Emily at the point. Emily will throw it toward the net. Stick save. Rebound comes out to Comey. Plays it ahead to Swillingburg. Off the boards for Prather. Prather plays it in. He gets knocked down. Puck ends up behind the net. Riggs with it there. Riggs bring it out far side. Over to Tillery off his stick. Kept in the zone. Puck along the boards. Spiker lost his stick. Puck comes to the corners. Smith, number 77, being tied up there by Riggs. Prather comes away with it. Prather with a backhander right through the crease. The puck along the boards. He's starting to get physical here as Spiker puts a hit on Comey. Spiker comes away with it. Tried to get it over to Gorder, but the pass out of his reach and down the length of the ice for an icing. Face out to the left of the goal. Schimmel won by the Knights. The puck down in the corner. Dunlop threw it right to the slot area. Nobody there for the Stars. Here comes Sanders the other way. Sanders for Grant. Grant trying to get around the defender, but a good defensive play. And the Knights come away. I think that was Comey. The puck at the side of the net. Still there. Players digging at it. Comes around the boards. Hicks keeps it in. Banks it off for Grant. Grant looking for a pass. Threw it to the front of the net. Went through the goal crease across the top of the blue paint. Jensen plays behind the net. Sanders to Grant. Grant back to Sanders behind the goal to Grant. Grant will backhand it for Sanders behind the goal. Brings it out front. Tried to stuff it in. The puck squirts out along the boards. Jensen digging there with Smith off the boards. Jensen back to Schimmel to the point. His shot was deflected off a stick to the corner. Played up the boards. Morton keeps it in. Puck banked off the board by the Knights, and they'll finally carry it out. Sent in. Hicks behind the net as the Knights are making a change. The Stars have a lot of open ice here. Chance for Hicks as he'll skate it up the zone. Brings it in around the board, takes a check there, chases it around behind the net. Cunningham will get there first. The Swan for the Stars along the board. Tried to play it over for Jensen, intercepted. Here's a chance for number 23. He's in. Number 23 with a shot and a great save made by Brace, and now we got some pushing and shoving in front of the net. As Cunningham was in all alone, but a nice save by Tanner Brace. And it looks like they're going to send Glendenning to the box. So the Knights are going to go on the power play. I don't know if I agree with that. That was a little pushing and shoving, but that happens all the time, and why you call that one and not some of the others, I don't know. Schuster plays it around the boards and all the way out of the zone. Smith will leave it back behind the net. for Dunlop ahead. Cross ice pass. Played, banks off the board. Schutzler to the corner, pinching in is Zwillingberg. Spiker comes away with it. Spiker swings it around high up off the glass. A couple players bump in it. Number 23 had it there into the high slot. Here's a shot, and that'll be gloved and held by Brace. Face-off will be the left of the Stars' goal. Up to the corner, Stars clear it, and the puck deflected up onto the Stars' bench. So they're going to keep the face-off in the Stars' zone. Delay as we had a puck throw on the ice. Nice control it, but intercepted. That was Riggs not able to control it, but he does get it out of the zone, and the Knights will reset. Here's a pass to Prather. Prather going to have it taken away, but the puck would have been brought in offside as Spiker was still in the zone. Otherwise, Riggs would have had a scoring chance. Here's Sanders up the left-hand side. Sanders, good sliding play by one of the Stars to keep him from cutting toward the net, and the Stars get it out of the zone. It's going to roll in on net. Smith plays it over to Zwillingberg, who banks it off the boards behind the goal. Chipped up. Reuter in on the forecheck. Tillery stepped in front of that pass. Zwillingberg comes away with it for the Knights. Zwillingberg knocked off the puck, and Gorder will fire at the length of the ice. Puck at the side of the net, left there for Comey. Comey with Tillery on the forecheck. Comey avoids that and skates it through center into the Stars zone, plays it across. Here's a wrist shot that was blocked. Puck came back, another block shot. Jimmy Gorder with a couple of blocks there. Knights still control it. Spun around the boards. Puck comes up near side. Sanders will get it, try to flip it, and the puck ends up right down in front of us, and that'll be we have a young man who's going to get a, let's see, is he going to, yeah, they're going to, yeah, let him keep it. Why not? Highlight today for that young man who gets to take home a souvenir puck. 5 seconds left on the Knights power play. 8:28 remaining in the game. We're going to wave Larson out of the circle, and Smith will step in to take the draw. Puck comes back to the point where the Stars chip it away. Gorder with it. Gorder plays it ahead as the penalty expires. Gorder has it right there in front of the bench. Knocked back into the Stars zone. Emily with it. Banks it off the board. Tried to get it ahead to Grant. Too far for him. Schimmel had just come onto the ice. There's a pass that was fanned on and almost turned into a scoring opportunity for the Knights. Now it comes across to Sanders. Sanders up the right wing side. Sanders takes a big hit by Larson. Puck cleared out of the zone. This won't go far enough for icing, so the Stars will have to play it. Emily skates it behind the net. Over to Tillery. He takes a hit. Puck knocked off his stick. Still loose. Chipped away by Schimmel down in the corner. There's a big hit by Tillery. Emily plays it ahead to McRae. McRae. This pass too far for Schimmel. Grabbed there by McGinn. McGlynn sends it in. They got two Knights chasing after it, but the puck crosses the goal line and whistled for an icing. Faceoff will come back in the Knight zone to the left of the goal. Broken stick on the ice as the linesman returns to the Stars bench. So that was back to the point. Jensen played it. Puck was deflected into the slot area. The Knights get it out of the zone. Kicks right in front of the blue line. Puck was brought in offside, and they will blow the whistle as it was touched by the Knights inside the zone. I bring the face-off outside the zone. Schimmel and Goins squaring off in the draw. Knights win it. Back to Cunningham. Plays it across to Comey. Comey into the zone over to Neal. Neal sends it down into the corner. Jensen will get there for the Stars. Jensen had it knocked away momentarily. Cunningham along the boards. Hicks plays it up back to Cunningham. Here's Cunningham with a shot that was blocked, and the Stars get it out of the zone. The Knights will reset. Back near his own blue line. Played across number 32 into the zone. Jensen with it. Jensen brings it across the ice off the boards. Hicks ahead to Grant. Grant gets it up to Schimmel. Schimmel has a couple of Knights on him. Got knocked off the puck. The Knights will bring it back. Cunningham had it poked off his stick at center. Schimmel tried to reach for it. Schimmel comes away with it. Schimmel tried to get around a couple of defenders still with the puck. Still skating with it. Tried to get it to McCray. Puck went on net and paddled away by Smith. McCray has it there. He gets checked off the puck. Zwillingberg will grab it there at the blue line. Zwillingberg's got cutting toward the net. Zwillingberg shot. The puck loose right on front. Kicked wide of the goal. A scary moment there for the Stars as Grace not able to control it, but the Stars able to clear it out of danger. Swan up ahead to Grant with the puck too far for him out of the zone. A good play by McCray to sweep check it away. Knights still control it. Cunningham now McCray and Comey going on. Comey takes McCray down, rips his helmet off. We'll see what they're going to call here. Now we got another Knight coming into the play, and we're going to have, we'll certainly have some penalties. We'll see what happens here, but you can see this one precipitating, and ultimately it came in Comey and McCray getting into a scuffle. Comey goes to the box. I'm sure McCray will go to the box for the Stars. All this happening with 5:53 to play, and I obviously didn't stop the clock. I was more interested in what was going on. Well, the officials talking about it. We just have Comey and McCray in the box. And if I were to guess, it'll probably be offsetting minor penalties. The question is, what do you do about the Knight player that came in? Does he get a penalty or not? I don't see that there's anyone else going into the box, so it doesn't appear that will be the case. Official still over at the scorer's table. Appears they got everything sorted out here, and it does appear it's just going to be offsetting penalties. Now they put a 2-minute minor up on the board for Comey. Now they've taken it down. Now they put it back up. I'm as confused as anybody right now. Well, now they got Comey up there for a 5-minute penalty. The officials are over talking to the Knights captains. I'm sure the coach is down there as well. I see the coach. He's part of the conversation. So this all started behind the play. You can see McCray and Comey, they were pushing and shoving along the way. Now McCray is skating to the locker room, so it appears that he has been given a game misconduct. I don't know if that's Comey in the box. Yeah, he's he's going to head to the, I believe he's going to be done for the day as well. Comey, he'll skate down. His day is over. And it appears that the Stars are going to have, are we going to skate 4-on-4, 5-on-5? I'm not sure. We got 4 skaters out. Well, we got 5 skaters out for the Stars. So there's a 5-minute penalty to Comey. I'm not sure who's going to serve it. It will be number 19 serving the penalty. So a 5-minute major penalty, and the Stars will have a great opportunity as they will have power play time for all but the final 53 seconds. Reuter off the face-off, sends it toward the net, deflected wide of the goal. Head contact, he calls. Spiker. 5-minute holding called on Comey. That's the penalty on Comey, so he gets the additional penalty. Here's a shot and a pad save. To the corner, Spiker can control it, clearing attempt, held in by the Stars. Spiker doing a good job there. Now the puck poked out of the zone. Reuter, who is back on defense, will circle it there, avoid the defender. That was Larson on the forecheck, over to Gorder. Gorder had it poked off his stick, and the Knights will send it back into the Stars' end. Reuter with Larson on the forecheck. Reuter and Larson go into the boards, digging at the puck. I'm sure Larson just happy to let seconds tick off the clock here. They're still digging at it. Now it comes loose. Larson had it momentarily. Here's a pass right out in front. A shot that's over the crossbar. Stars come away with it. Long pass too far, but Schimmel there for the Stars. Schimmel carries into the zone onside. And the puck rolls in on net and covered up wide of the goal. Stars fans wanted a penalty as Schimmel got hauled down, but no call there. 4:40 to play in the game. 3:47 left on the 5-minute major penalty to Comey, being served by number 19. Swan in the circle for the Stars. Let's see who it is. Maybe Dunlop. Well, we got a false start on the face-off, so we'll do it again. Fans getting chippy out the face-off. Schutzler backhanded toward the net. That was blocked and cleared the length of the ice by Dunlop. Dunlop's going to chase after it, but Sanders hustling down the ice to get there first. You got 2 Knights behind the net, but Sanders able to get it up to Schutzler. Up ahead to Grant. Grant with Swan. Swanee cutting to the front of the net. Now takes it behind the goal. I thought he was going to cut to the front of the net. Tried to play it back to the point, but nobody there for the Stars. And Schutzler will have to retreat into his own zone. Schutzler all the way back behind the net, plays it around for Sanders. Sanders too far for Grant, but Hicks is there. Hicks tried to play it ahead. It was behind his intended target. Puck left to center, picked up there by Grant. Grant into the zone, sends it around behind the net. Hicks will pick it there off his stick. Schutzler plays it across her. Spiker, who just come onto the ice, the puck loose in the slot area, now chipped out of the zone by the Knights. And the Stars will reset. Schutzler with it. Long pass up to Hicks. He'll send it into the zone. This is going to go on net, and Smith will put the glove down and cover it up. And Hicks got knocked down at the end of the play, went into the boards. Briggs to take the face off for the Stars. Back to Jensen at the point. Lays it across to Spiker. He'll send it toward the net. Save made. The puck loose right out in front, right at the player's feet. 6 were tied up, so no other player can play it. Spiker keeps it in. Over to Gorder. Gorder waits for a shot. He scores! Jimmy Gorder took the pass from Spiker at the point, and the Stars have tied the game with 3:18 to play. It's Jimmy Gorder with his second of the game. A power play goal for Gorder. for Jimmy Gorder, his 8th goal of the year. Spiker will get the first assist. We'll see who get the second assist. Briggs with the puck. Briggs sent in by Tillery. Comes back to the point to Jensen. Jensen plays it across the blue line. Back to Jensen at the point. Jensen from the top of the circle. His shot. We went right on front. And a save made by Smith. Puck is right there on the doorstep, but a nice save. Here's Spiker with it. His shot was blocked. Stars not able to keep it in the zone. They'll have to reset. Jensen with it. Waits for his teammates to get back on side. Now carries it in. Sends it around behind the net. 2:45 to play in the game. Knights trying to get it out of the zone. Good play there. It's Tillery with it. Jensen. Jensen will play it across the border. Over to Riggs. Riggs. Off the boards for Jensen. He'll send it toward the net. And a stick save made by Smith. Smith has played well in this game. He's made some really good saves. Oh, here's a turnover, but Gorder recovers. He fanned on the pass. Riggs will fire it in. The Stars will make a change. Off the stick of Spiker. Nobody there for the Stars. And the Knights will send it the length of the ice. Puck bounced over Brace's stick. He tried to leave it behind the net. Good forecheck by number 53 on Jensen. But Grant comes away with it. Grant. Schimmel overskates it. Leaves it there for Jensen. Starts getting a little bit sloppy. That's going to go in now. It's going to be played before it crosses the line, so no icing. Knocked down by Schimmel. Schimmel keeping it in the zone. Battle for the puck along the boards. Schimmel comes away with it. Schimmel tried to get out in front. A good sliding block by Cunningham. Puck behind the goal. Kept in at the point by Reuter. Reuter with a move at the top of the circle. Oh, he leaves it back there for Sanders, who fell down, but Sanders recovering. Now we got a race for the puck. Sanders hustling back, gets there and plays it back behind the net. Sent toward the net. Puck comes right out in front. And now we got a whistle. As it looked like, I guess, the referee assumed that Brace was going to cover it up, and all he tried to do was sweep it over to his defenseman. Now we got 1:08 to play. There's still 15 seconds left on the Knights penalty. And we could have a very fast and furious and entertaining final minute of play here. Reuter up the boards, trying to get it to Riggs. Riggs chips it ahead, gets around Cunningham, gets hauled down, no call. Now we're down to 1 minute to play. Out of the zone. Prather was there, but a good play by Schutzler. Grabbed there by Riggs. He gets around one defender, not the other. Chipped ahead to Boucher, plays it around behind the net. The puck came right in front of the net, but Schutzler was there for the Stars. Reuter with it. Off the board for Spiker. Spiker chipped it ahead. Here's Riggs with Gorder. Riggs with a shot. Save made. The puck loose out in front. Prather picks it up for the Knights and gets it out of the zone. Now we got a race for it. Zwillingberg trying to take it wide, but a good play. Now we got a whistle behind the play as we have we got a couple players involved in something behind the net. It's Reuter and Prather. And it looks like they're going to both sit the rest of this one in the penalty box. Didn't see what happened. It happened behind the play. When I looked back, I thought maybe an injured player, but then I saw one player from each team, and see if either team gets an advantage out of this. This could be huge if so. And now the Knights are going to take their timeout with 22 and 4/10 seconds to play. We'll take it with them. We'll be back here in a moment. You're watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey. Out of the timeout. A game reset here. 22 and 4/10 seconds to play. It is offsetting minor penalties. Reuter for the Stars, and I think it was Prather for the Knights. Face off to the right of the Stars goal. Dunlop and Riggs battling for it. The puck to the side of the net, paddled away by Brace. Players digging for it. Knights come away. Here's a tough angle shot that hit the side of the goal. Played to the corner. Final 10 seconds of play. Stars get it out of the zone. Race for the puck. Puck at the side of the net. Stars try to center it. Smith covers it up, and now we got all kinds of pushing and shoving going on here. As one of the Stars went hard into the boards. Stars with a chance there at the end. Puck ended up at the side of the goal. Smith covered it up, and then one of the Stars went in the boards, and you had some players coming in to join the skirmish. And I'm sure we're going to get some penalties out of this. We just hope it's not a major penalty. We've already had 2 players in this game assessed game misconducts. Smith for the Knights and McRae for the Stars, and both players will be suspended for their next games. So you want to avoid suspensions, especially with only 2 and 9/10 seconds to play in the game, and now they referee skating over to the penalty box. Now Cunningham's going to the box for the Knights, and by the looks at it, he's the only player. He's upset. He's throwing his gloves down and probably wants to be careful not to pick up a penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. A referee talking to the Knights coaches. All this is going on. The face-off will be to the right of the goal. 2.9 seconds left, and let's see. The Stars have pulled Tanner Brace, thinking that there's chances that they're going to send one down, and now they're going to bring the face-off outside the zone, so they'll wisely put Brace back in net. It makes sense that the face-off down in the zone, but not out at center. And still not figured out on the penalties. They sent Morton to the penalty box. He's serving a minor penalty for somebody. And Coach Zabilski now yelling something out. Brace back of the net. It's 5-on-5, so neither team getting a power play, so offsetting penalties. And the puck drops, the puck gets tied loose, sent back in, and the buzzer will sound, ending the game. Our final score here from the Kansas City Ice Center, it's the Kansas City Stars 4, the Kansas City Knights 4. A fun and entertaining hockey game, although I don't think either team's real satisfied with the results. Knights fans very upset about what happened. The Stars had plenty of chances, but it ends up a 4-4 tie. Teams will shake hands. Job well done. Stars will be back in action after the Thanksgiving holiday. They'll take on the Springfield Spirit for a couple of games. First game on Saturday, December 6th at 3 o'clock. Once again, our final score, the Kansas City Stars 4, the Kansas City Knights 4. I want to thank you for watching Kansas City Stars High School Hockey.